What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you back for another video. If you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. In today's episode of What If Vegito Stayed Fused, we're going to be exploring what would happen if Vegito had never defused in the Buu saga, and the retcon to Potara earring having a time limit for mortals never happens. Vegito also doesn't get defused by the bad air inside of Buu, whatever that means. And the fight between Vegito and Buuhan would obviously remain the same as in canon, because Goku and Vegeta believed they would be permanently fused anyway, and Vegito would still pretend to be absorbed by Buu while having a barrier around him. And while inside of Buu, he would find his friends all trapped in those pink balls of Buu, and he would rip them out, along with ripping out Fat Buu. This would cause Buuhan to become Kid Buu, but since that would make him massively weaker, Vegito would beat Kid Buu with little difficulty, and before Buu could even blow up Earth. He would do this by throwing a barrage of ki bullets at Buu as a distraction, and he then powers up a final Kamehameha, which he fires at Kid Buu, and it would erase every atom and every cell of Buu, completely erasing him. There would then be a time skip to Battle of Gods, but during that time skip, Vegito would force Gohan to train with him. Vegito wouldn't be as easy going as Goku, and he wouldn't let Gohan waste his immense potential. Gohan would obviously still have a job and be with Videl, but in all of his free time he is training with Vegito. Whole family dynamic would also be weird now, since Bulma and Chi-Chi would have to share Vegito, and Bulma would get a house built for Chi-Chi closer to Capsule Corp to make it easier. Goten and Trunks, however, would think that this is awesome, as they are now kind of brothers in some weird way. Also, seeing a fusion far stronger than their own fusion could give them some motivation to grow stronger, and they would occasionally join in the training with Gohan and Vegito. We now get to Battle of Gods, and Beerus would wake up after still having a premonition of the Super Saiyan God, and would eventually begin making his way to Earth after hearing multiple Saiyans residing there. After Beerus and Whis arrive, he asks Vegito about the Super Saiyan God, and even though he knows who Beerus is thanks to the memories of Vegeta, he isn't afraid, and he simply tells Beerus that he doesn't know what a Super Saiyan God is, but he is sure he doesn't need it to knock Beerus down a peg. Whis begins to laugh, as Beerus got slightly annoyed by that remark, but he then challenges Vegito to a battle. If he isn't satisfied with the fight, then he will destroy the Earth. Vegito, confident as ever, agrees to this, and then him and Beerus fly into the atmosphere to begin their battle. Vegito would first try to face Beerus in his base form, and even though he does far better than even Vegeta's rage moment against Beerus in canon, it is still nothing to the God of Destruction. So, Vegeta then becomes a Super Saiyan, and then he catches Beerus off guard because of how fast Vegito's power just grew. Beerus, however, would regain his footing, and he would still be overpowering Vegito. I'd probably say that at a minimum, Vegito is as strong as a Super Saiyan God Goku from canon, and to show Beerus how strong he truly is, he even transforms into Super Saiyan 3, putting him far above the Super Saiyan God Goku in canon. Beerus is hugely impressed at Vegito's power, however, Vegito doesn't have a candle to himself, of course, but he's still indeed impressive. However, Beerus still knows that even with this immense power, Vegeta is no Super Saiyan God. Beerus ends the fight, and he tells Vegito that his power was quite remarkable, however not even close to his own. Vegito, even though being cocky, isn't stupid, and he could tell that Beerus was holding back in the fight. Beerus asks Vegito if he would like to train on his world, and Vegito would agree to this instantly. He tells Vegito that he will come back in a couple of months to retrieve Vegito, and he then puts his hand on Whis' shoulder as they go back to his planet. Vegito is ecstatic about the prospect of training on Beerus' world, and he then tells Gohan that they need to train intensely for the next couple of months before he will go. Bulma is angry, but doesn't seem to care as much as Chi-Chi, who is mad that Vegito is just going to go train on another world for who knows how long, when he has responsibilities on Earth. Vegito is a bit flustered by this, so he quickly grabs onto Gohan and he instant transmissions up to Kami's lookout. They appear next to Dende, and Vegito asks if the adjustments to the time chamber are done. Dende nods and says that they can now spend as much time in the time chamber as they want, and then Gohan looks to Vegito knowing what this means. Gohan says that he can't go in for more than one day, because he still has a job and he has to look after Videl, which he would know that is pregnant because she would tell him while Vegito is fighting Beerus. And Vegito says that it is fine, 1 year is all he will need for now. He didn't want to be in there for too long anyways, since he didn't want to age out of his prime sooner. So now Vegito will train intensely while he waits for Beerus and Whis to return. Back on Beerus World, Whis is showing Beerus this, and he asks Beerus if he is nervous at all. Whis says that if they are already this powerful without God Ki, imagine how strong they could be with mastery over God Ki. Beerus thinks about this for a moment, and he gets a bit scared, but then he asserts his fake confidence to Whis, saying that no mortal could ever surpass him, even with God Ki. Whis humours Beerus, saying, of course they couldn't. And Beerus and Whis begin to enjoy some of the food Whis had brought from Earth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and also share the channel, as it would be greatly appreciated. With all that being said, I hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Vegito Stayed Fused?